uh, Brook out. I got to start with what Doc said. He's like, "Oh, I don't know what Brook did at halftime, but he came out like a demon in the second half."
Huh.
So I guess we'll just start there. I mean, the team seemed to struggle in the first half, and then what did change? What did click? Maybe coming out of the break.
I think we just stuck with it, honestly. We had some groups that hadn't really played together. We had a group that was, no Giannis, Dame, or Chris for obvious reasons. So we kind of had to feel things out on the fly, but we stuck with it. It was great. Obviously, we didn't start the third quarter like we would have liked to, but on the positive flip side of that, it was great to see our response to that the rest of the game. I thought we were just fantastic.
Along those lines, what does it say about Andre or Gary or Delon, guys whose minutes maybe have fluctuated, they haven't played at all. And
Mhm.
then to be in situations like this where then they make key baskets and are big contributors to a comeback and a win like this.
Yeah, it was just so fun to be a part of. We've known all season what they're capable of, what our new guys are capable of, what our old guys are capable of. It's been a process to have everyone join together. We had a great camp, obviously. We had a great preseason as well, and obviously regular season hasn't started the way we'd like, but it's been a great process just to see the growth, see everyone come together, the camaraderie, and there's no quit. It's been fantastic, and people came out, and they were all their ideal versions of themselves. There was no doubt in themselves, no thought about previous games, positive or negative. They just came out and hooped.
Trey had just said something interesting about how he always thinks like he never wants to be the best, wants to see the best player on the team be the hardest worker. So that's what keeps him going. And he said tonight it was like he saw Giannis both just attacking everything defensively, and he was like, "All right, well, I got to do that." For you at 37 years old, like you get a big block when Giannis makes one of the few mistakes he makes the entire game. Like you have all those moments. Just what does that mean to you specifically as a leader, as this season maybe hasn't gone the way that you wanted thus far?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's great. Obviously, Giannis is the head of the stake. He leads us in everything he does, and to see just the way he plays every minute he's on the floor, it can't help but trickle down. And you know, he has no quit in him, no quit in him, none whatsoever. And so again, despite our start, whatever it is, I think in a positive way, it's been good for us. We've been going through the fire. We keep learning on the fly. A lot of lessons, but you can see results now. And tonight was a night where people had to step up. There was no other option. And we showed it. Giannis didn't quit from the top, and no one quit all the way down.
What role do you feel like you play in that?
I'm just trying to be a leader. I'm happy Dre said that because I just try to go out there, play as hard as I can, help make my teammates better, always have their backs, especially defensively, and help my team win. I just want to win. So at the end of the day, that's my only goal. And so however I can help my team do that, I'm there.
Giannis scores 22 of 24 in the first quarter,
Yeah.
11 in overtime, blocks a alley oop in overtime. Do you want to grab some superlatives here for me and
Yeah.
give it a go? Just what's going through your mind when you see him have another one of these games?
Uh,
Hey, Brooke, I won't say your age like Eric did, but you've been in the league for a few years now. Obviously, it's changed quite a bit since your rookie season, and the ages, they're all over the place, and the NBA seems to just keep evolving. Can you talk about finding ways to win now at this point in your career versus how it used to be maybe earlier on?
yeah. For me coming in the league, I guess it was just more one dimensional. I knew I could affect the game coming in, scoring in the post, scoring in pick and roll. I knew my job. But as I've continued to grow, continue to get older, Eric, uh, you know, being on teams now with guys like I mean I can go down the list my whole career, D Will, Vince, Devin Harris, Giannis, Chris, Bled, Drew, Dame. Now I'm sorry if I forgot. I've played with so many great people. I'm not trying to leave anyone out. KG, Truth. Um, there's a lot of people in this league that can score the ball, be great offensively in so many different ways. And so for me, it's been about learning how I can still affect the game, without necessarily scoring. I guess that's been my arc. Obviously I've moved from the post to the perimeter at times, shooting threes and stuff. But just for me, it's been about learning how to affect the game without necessarily touching the ball, which is something, I never really had to do growing up. Obviously I could block shots, but I was bigger than a lot of kids playing in high school and stuff like that. But growing up, I had the ball in my hands a lot. So it was just finding ways to affect the game without having the ball, and I think I'm still continuing to learn how to be better at that. But just whenever I'm on the court, offensively, defensively, whether it's setting screens offensively, getting offensive rebounds, tap outs, defensively, obviously having guys back, blocking shots, getting on the floor, talking, whatever I can do to change the game, I'm going to do it.
And then your team, you're still learning each other. What did tonight tell you and where you at as far as that progress goes?
Again, I'm going to say it shows that our guys have no quit. We didn't know who was going to be on the floor tonight, and it didn't matter. It shows everyone's on the same page. We want the same goal, and everyone came out ready to get a win no matter what.
Brook, back here, I'm sure you wouldn't put it past Giannis to score 127 by himself, but obviously you all knew that you needed to help out in that way. For yourself, you talked about the team obviously not having the starter one, but for yourself offensively, to affect the game offensively the way you did, to kind of provide that support, how did that feel for you?
Yeah, it's great to see the trust out there. We all had trust in one another, and no matter, previous games, highs or lows, whatever it is, we have to have the same trust, night in, night out. And so the ball has to be flowing, has to be moving. And there's no selfishness on this team. There's no, I need to go get mine. And when we have that trust, like it seems we do, it's just going to keep getting better, keep growing, and the wins are going to keep coming.
And if I can, just quickly, with Gary Trent and Taurean Prince, both of them kind of hit some key shots in the fourth and in that overtime. Is that part of that trust you're talking about, just seeing them deliver?
100%, 100%. We know they've been doing that their whole career. That's why they're here.
Can you talk a bit about the energy in the arena tonight? How important was the crowd in fueling that comeback and then finishing it off in overtime?
Yeah, they were huge. We of course we fed off them. Like I said, we didn't start the third the way we wanted, but when we started picking it up, the crowd was into it. They picked us up again. They brought us to another level, and they just continued to do that throughout the rest of the game. They were so huge, so imperative to win tonight. And so we need them to keep doing that all season and keep doing that like they have been since I've been here. Thank you, guys.